know you're really going to enjoy it. And to kick us off, I'd like to introduce Brian O'Connell from Hop and Vine, who's going to welcome you to this great space.
Hey everyone, it's great to be here. I'm really happy to see all these new faces here. When we started in Hop and Vines, we just celebrated our 5-year anniversary back in April. So we're really excited to continue that growth and hopefully see some more of these faces here. Again, when we started this, we called it a no compromise model, meaning there's something here for everyone. Whether you like wine or you like activities or you want to meet with your friends, that sort of thing. And, one of the reasons why we chose Madeira is because we felt like Madeira exemplified that no compromise model. There is something here for everyone, and we're proud to be here. So again, I just want to say thank you for everyone for being here, and looking forward to hearing the stories.
And we appreciate you letting us into your space. So this is the small business edition of Madeira Stories Live, and we are partnering with the Madeira Chamber of Commerce to present the speakers tonight. So now I'd like to introduce to you David Peterson, who will be our host for the evening.
Thank you, Tom. I'm still reminiscing about the time this used to be a TGI Fridays. It's been a quick 5 years to have Hop and Vines with us. And we like to say this is a part of Madeira. We take credit for Hop and Vines being here, and even though it's a little bit of a different zip code. I appreciate the opportunity to be here tonight. I appreciate the opportunity to coordinate with some of the speakers. It's been a ton of fun. One thing about the MIC, you guys plan way in advance on your events, and I absolutely love it. You do better than I think we've been talking about this event now for several months. Already talking about the holidays with the MIC crew, so really excited to be a part of what they do for Madeira and be a small part of the event tonight. Really excited to have some of the business owners that we're going to have with us. A variety of speakers. Some of our newest businesses are here. Some of our longtime businesses that have been in Madeira. So really looking forward to hearing some of the different stories that they have to say. So without further ado, because I know you're not here to listen to me talk tonight, our first speaker is Jan Rodgers, who will speak on her Uncharted journey to bring a small business owner with a unique niche. Any of us that have kids in the schools have seen some of these devices, I'm sure, on a very ongoing basis. But please welcome Jan Rodgers.
Thank you. I feel a little like the grandmother that's called the kids to gather at my feet for a bedtime story. So this will be half winged and half cheat sheet. I'm also going to set a timer for my talks because they'll get the hook out. So I am Jan Rodgers. My company is the TimeTimer LLC. We are the manufacturers of a time management resource. I've lived in Madeira for about 18 years. TimeTimer has been in Madeira for about 30. And so my journey from housewife, homemaker to entrepreneur it's an interesting one to me. I hope you get some inspiration and find it interesting yourselves. So I started as a traditional homemaker in the suburbs with 3 kids with no clear career path other than homemaker. And to get to the point of my business, there are some elements that contributed to that. First was observation. There was an issue with my youngest child that I started noticing consistently. So I paid attention to that. Next was interjecting some creativity to see if I could figure out a way to solve the issue. Then came the persistent part of trying to figure out, once I had the idea and kind of a concept in mind, how I was going to transfer that out of my head into a real thing. Then the next thing was stubbornness. I was a woman 30 years ago in the world of manufacturing, which was mostly men. And it wasn't real easy. So I got no a lot. So that just made me mad. And I just kept on going. And then the last thing is, I think, the most important. Nobody is going to care about your idea, your product, your concept more than you. So you have to be passionate You have to stick with it. You have to go with the flow and get it done because you care. So a lot of really good innovative ideas are left on the table because people aren't willing to take the risk to follow that uncharted path to get to their idea. Mine came with having the idea, a little bit of DIY, and I called them my Frankentimers in the beginning when I cobbled things together. And then I had the arrogance of thinking that I'm an inventor, I'm going to sell this idea, I'm going to make millions of dollars, and that's the way the rest of my life is going to go. That's the way it is, right? Yeah. No. So my idea came from my youngest daughter, who was struggling with time. It was frustrating to her, and because of that, it made her mad, and because it made her mad, it made me mad. And the idea of how much longer, when, those kinds of questions were pretty routine. So I decided, okay, I can do this, and I dove in. The process of getting from idea to product was way harder than I thought it was going to be. It took, sorry, cheat sheet. My sociology degree did little to help me with any kind of a business at all. I had no business background at all. I just like people. So I had to find a way to found a business and keep it running. That meant prototypes, patents, design drawings, molds, fabrication, and my worst nightmare, bookkeeping. I wasn't good at numbers, and that's important when you're running a business, I found out. So in the beginning, I went on the path alone, and I cobbled together my DIY business and engineering degree to keep it going. And that was by asking really stupid questions of really smart people, because I found out that's how to get information. Don't act like you know what you're doing. And by trial and error and skills from being a homemaker with some crafting background, I created the first TimeTimer. Those are current renditions of the timer. They're two of, I don't know how many versions we have in there, but there are a lot. And there are catalogs on some of the tables, as well as business cards, and you can see what all we have at this point. So the idea of the TimeTimer is that it creates a visual depiction of the elapsing of time. There are lots of, for any age group, in lots of situations, the measurement of time is important. It's important to know when you need to quit, when you start, how much time you have to complete, all those kinds of things. And time can get away from you. You can be distracted. It can be a cognitive issue. And with the TimeTimer, all it is a glance, and you know how much time you have left. So it's a very simple, it's like time for dummies. It can just get you from start to finish just with a glance. So the disc is what's important. It's always about the visual, because with my daughter, the traditional things that I tried, like a digital timer, it was just a bunch of numbers, didn't make any sense. Kitchen timer was a bell in space. She didn't know when it was going to go off. A clock, she didn't know which way the hands were going. So this helped her to understand what time is. And over the years, we've found that it's not just kids, it's not just people with cognitive issues. It can be used in meetings, for committees, for business, all those kinds of things where time can get away from you. So now I'm in my retirement and loving it a little bit. But I remember the people that I've worked with. My kids are in the business. My kids' friends are in the business. My kids' nannies are in the business. So they're just all these wonderful people with skill sets that are invaluable to our company. And in retirement, I am able to keep my wheels turning. I sit in on a meeting every week and tell them what I want to tell them, and then it can either be absorbed or they just nod their heads. But what I want to really get home to you is whether you choose or have chosen that uncharted path, even if it stays as a dream or in your imagination, it may become your reality. And if it does, that's a really incredible journey. That's it.